Hey guys, OptiTekscope.com reached out and asked me if I wanted to do a review on their one of their microscopes, and I was like, sure. This is the model OT S7. Last time I checked, it retails for about $159. The reason I couldn't actually find anything on the Amazon.ca website. I think it's only American right now, but they might start selling in Canada. I have no idea. But anyway, he asked me if I wanted to do a review, and I'm like, sure. I can always use something like this. Some of the options that has is you can put a memory card in it and record, and then you can basically splice that right into your video as you're making one. So this is going to come in handy from what I was using before with the single USB microscope. So let's open it up and have a look at it. Okay, let's get into it. We got your manual here. There's a parts list here. There's a filter even comes with it too. Shows how to put the base together, which is useful because I've never actually put it together yet. Comes with some type of remote as well. Interesting. Pretty straightforward on the manual. There's your clickable remote, one of them anyway. There's another one. It's got batteries in it. It does not. Okay, we'll have to get some batteries. What else we got? This would be the holder. It's made out of metal. Nice solid, nice and smooth. Doesn't feel cheap at all. That's nice. Feels pretty solid. There's no play in it whatsoever. It's machined pretty good. What else we got? There's the base. It's metal all the way through, except for the feet are rubber. You got two dual LED lights. Yeah, they plug in the back. They're nice. Let's have a quick look at the lens in them, if they come apart. There they go. I check every aspect of a product. It's got a nice lens in it. Check that out. Single LED with a resistor there. I can imagine these are going to throw quite a bit of light, more than what you need. Alright, next comes with a power brick. I don't know how many watts this thing is. AC DC adapter, 2 amp. That's a 2 amp power brick. Some more parts. Guessing that's to mount the base. We've got a single screw floating around. I have no idea what that's for. We'll figure it out. And the main part of it, the LCD. Ooh, nice. Nice and clean. This is the camera. This would be your zoom. And then you got your micro SD card, micro SD slot, and a few buttons there are LEDs that we'll have to figure out what they are. And a bunch of buttons on the front. Product digital microscope, 80-207, 5 volts, 2 amps. Alright, let's set this thing up and see how it works. Okay, we're going to try and put this together without the manual, which shouldn't be too hard. These two screws here that are in the bag go to the base of the tower. Oh, dropping on the floor. Just drop it in here. This is the part where I pause it. No, I'm just kidding. I should be able to get this done. Go. Here, do it this way. This way, it shows the level of difficulty to put it together for the average consumer, which is pretty easy. I haven't even looked in the manual. It just, you know, it just seems the way it's supposed to go. The lights go like that, and there's where the missing piece is. It's missing from the ring here to hold the camera down. There's little felt ends on it so it doesn't scratch it up. And then we just basically take our LCD and drop that in. What was that? It sounded like something dropped. We basically drop it in until it stops, I guess. It goes on that ring there. And voila. Can't really see from there. I'm gonna have to move the camera, but yeah, it gives you quite a bit of room underneath to work on your project, which is nice. I'm going to move the camera so you can get a better view of it. The last piece is these little doodads here. It's the clips that go on the base and spring loaded if you want to put your project in there and just keep it from moving around. You can use that. I won't use it, but you can use it that way. Okay, let's get this thing powered up. This is the dongle that comes with it. One plugs into the back for the lights, like that. One plugs into the monitor in the back, and then we just use our brick. Whoa, the lights are nice. Well, you can see that. Wow. Yeah, that's focus. Alright. Oh, it even has a time on it too. That's kind of nice. There's the LCD so you can see it. It'll get you in frame there. But it's time stamped, and then it gives you some more information on the corners there. Let's see what the firmware is like. No SD card, we'll have to get something for that. It's got digital zoom, which is nice. Sweet. Yeah, we're gonna have to get an SD card, and we'll see if we can find something as for a project to test it. Okay, well, we have an SD card, and I got some batteries for the remote. This little doodad here that's on the power supply, or the dongle, top button is your power. It's on and off. And then the two bottom ones here are to dim your lights, which is a nice feature to have, especially if it's you're trying to put some light on a component that is very glaring and it's mess up the camera. The remote has got a number of there's all kinds of stuff here. I have no idea what this is. I'll have to look in the instructions. It's got your menu. Wow, nice menu. You can change your resolution in here. HD. It has sound, exposure, white balance, color, contrast, saturation, sharpness, and gamma. How do we get out of here? Hit menu again, I guess. It's got clock settings and everything else. And I'm guessing this one at the top here, the red button, is for recording. Mode. Normal mode, photo mode. You could really go in. There's a lot of features on this remote. It'll take a while for me to figure it all out. It's got the zoom built right into this remote. There's one thing I've noticed. You see this little IC or this chip right here? You put it under here, the microscope with 2x zoom, and when you bring up the pins, wherever that is, there's a chunk of hair. I don't know if that's hair or copper that's shorting the pins out. You never would have noticed that. Before. And this board was dead, so that could have been the problem right there. You could see it's going through there like that. It could have been a small piece of copper or just a hair. You could just, like, it's microscopic. I don't even think I can move it. Jeez, it makes this look big. Oh, it moved. This shows you how much detail there is in the picture. Definitely a useful unit. I want to see if I can well, you can bring it up and down, give you more room to work. That's as high as it goes there, and then we can focus it. That will come into focus. Yep, not bad. But lots of room in there if you want to solder or whatever as you're viewing it. And it does have the option to record, or wouldn't have an SD card. Like, it shows that it's recording when I push the button. I think my tripod is moving. Yeah, going by the manual, anything you can do in the firmware, you pretty much can do with the remote. The red button is basically for when you have it set for stills, by hitting the snowy button there. You can hit that, and then there it says in red stills, and then you hit that to take a still, and then hit it again, and then hit it again for the for video. But yeah, it does work pretty good. And as you can see, the distance between the camera and the work area is really good. So you don't have to worry about not having enough area there. I'm guessing this is the filter. Yeah, it comes with a filter. I'm not too sure what type of filter it is. Maybe it's just to protect the lens. But even the filter is all aluminum. And if you need a little bit more room, I'm pretty sure you can adjust this LCD. No, you can't. That's about as far as it'll go. So you want just to go to that ring there. It does give you a lot of distance, and you can bring it down if you need to, depending on how close you need to get for your project. Tighten it down better. That's good. got a gasket there that'll let it spin when it's tight. I don't know, guys, that's pretty good detail. I guess the issue I had with the small USB one that I used for years is it worked, but you'd have to modify it to get some distance out of it. This one you don't. It's pretty good. And that chip looks like it's fried. Nice product. The LEDs get mildly warm, but they're not super hot. At least they're cooling the LEDs. So, I'll see if I can get some footage of recording right off the SD card, see how it turns out. Well, I took it upstairs and tested the image quality on the stills, and they're HD quality. So if you want to use it for a YouTube video and use the stills as a thumbnail, you could. Save you a lot of trouble. A couple of other features. To get it to record video, you basically press OK until this it says it's recording at the bottom there in red, and it's recording up here, and you can move it around. See what the quality is like with that. You can change the FPS if you don't like the quality. And I guess to get it to stop, you just hit it again and it stops. This bottom button right here on the very bottom is to flip the screen over, which is a nice, definitely a nice feature. You can't flip the board over. The rest of the buttons on the bottom here are basically the same as the flip. It's just basically to lock it down, change the resolution and everything else. Yeah, basically anything you can do in the menu here, you can do with this. So that's about it. Definitely a nice product. Like I said, if I had noticed this on the Amazon.ca website for $159, I would have bought it a while ago. I definitely can use this. I'm going to retire my old one, which is still here. Still works. And I'm going to start using this one for videos. Later, guys.